This is the horse chestnut. It's Aesculus hippocastanum. The English horse chestnut, it's a little different from the American buckeye, but this is a major medicinal plant in traditional Western medicine.
Compound leaves that we all like, and it's just an interesting plant.
If you're not using these drugs and trying these natural things, we really don't like that. So I think they're indirectly controlled. It's like you said, because, for example, from the time you're in school, you got pharmaceutical companies sponsoring trainings. And then when you're out, you got to do so many continuing education credits every year to keep your licensing. Who sponsors those?
Could this natural oil be the ultimate fix for varicose veins, poor circulation, and swelling? The answer might shock you. Why has such a powerful remedy been nearly hidden from the public? And how can it revolutionize your health starting today? Stay with us to uncover the hidden benefits, the science-backed evidence, and the reasons this oil was almost banned. Number 1. The ancient origins of horse chestnut oil. There are many oils on the market with medical benefits. So what makes this one so special? Before we answer that, let's examine why our ancestors loved it so much.
The horse chestnut grows to over 100 feet tall, and this one is a good example of one that has been allowed the room to reach its height, and it's growing in good soil.
You see, horse chestnut oil, which is derived from the seeds of the Aesculus hippocastanum tree, has a history deeply rooted in traditional medicine. This tree is native to the temperate regions of Europe and parts of Asia, and has been valued for its medicinal properties for ages. In the wild, you can find tall trees that spread like a canopy, but the ancient herbalists loved it for one specific part: the tree's glossy brown seeds, which are commonly known as conkers. Ancient Greek and Turkish herbalists used this herb in poultices and infusions to treat leg ulcers, varicose veins, and other signs of venous insufficiency. They would dry the seeds and grind them into a powder. Next, they would mix it with water or oil to make a topical paste that was applied directly to the affected area to reduce swelling and promote blood flow. The scientific name given to it came from the Greeks, who even associated it with their god of medicine and healing, Aesculapius, praising its strong powers. Coming to traditional medicine, it has been used for centuries to treat circulatory problems and inflammation. People relied on these seeds to treat issues that were often linked to varicose veins, hemorrhoids, and general swelling.
I want to share something with those people who's experiencing venous insufficiency. If you're having edema, swelling in the legs, poor circulation, cramping, itching legs, varicose veins, twisted veins, leg ulcers, hemorrhoids, weakness in your legs, you might want to look into horse chestnut seed extract. This has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It can reduce a significant amount of inflammation as well as help many of these problems.
Moving away from their medical uses, horse chestnut trees are commonly planted in beer gardens in Germany, particularly in Bavaria. Before the advent of mechanical refrigeration, brewers would dig cellars for lagering. To further protect the cellars from the summer heat, they would plant horse chestnut trees, which have spreading, dense canopies but shallow roots that would not intrude on the caverns. The practice of serving beer at these sites evolved into the modern beer garden. Fun fact, it's also known as the Anne Frank tree. Number 2. What makes horse chestnut oil so effective? Now, let's see why it's so effective and what makes it so special. The healing powers of this tree mainly come from its active compound, aescin. Scientific research has proven that aescin strengthens veins and reduces inflammation. And how does it work? Well, it enhances the elasticity of vein walls and reduces capillary permeability. In simple words, it helps prevent fluid leakage that leads to swelling. Moreover, it also inhibits enzymes that are involved in the inflammatory response, specifically the cyclooxygenase and lipoxygenase enzymes. This twofold action makes it a powerful natural remedy for diseases like chronic venous insufficiency, CVI, and related conditions. If you don't want to take our word for it, there have been multiple studies done on its therapeutic benefits, which highlight the medical benefits of aescin. The results from one of these studies suggested that horse chestnut seed extract may be as effective as wearing compression stockings. A study published in the journal Advances in Therapy in 2006 confirmed that it has a role in improving microcirculation and reducing leg swelling. Another review published in the 2012 Cochrane Database of Systematic Reviews highlighted the efficacy of the plant's extract in relieving symptoms of venous insufficiency, such as leg pain and edema. According to a review of 19 studies done in 2015, 9 studies found that daily doses of 600 milligrams of horse chestnut extract containing 50 milligrams of aescin, taken for up to 8 weeks, reduced symptoms of CVI, including leg pain, swelling, and itchy legs. Number 3. How it fixes varicose and spider veins. Now, it is reported that the oil from the extract of this plant can help out if you have varicose veins. And if you don't know what they are, let me explain.
That's very good for treating any kind of vascular problems, especially things like hemorrhoids or varicose veins, spider veins. This kind of thing works really better than just about anything else that we have in the herbal repertory.
In simplest terms, varicose veins are those blood vessels that become enlarged and twisted. These veins are usually superficial, and you can either see them or feel them through the skin. This occurs because the tiny valves inside the veins, which help keep blood flowing upward to the heart, stop working as they should. When these valves weaken or get damaged, blood can collect in the veins, causing them to stretch and bulge. They're often blue or purple and may look like cords just under the skin, and for many people, that's just a cosmetic issue. But in some cases, you might experience aching, swelling, or heaviness in your legs, especially after standing for long periods. This issue can happen anywhere, but the veins in your legs are most vulnerable because of the constant pressure they are in. Similarly, spider veins, which may surround varicose veins, are smaller red or purple lines that appear close to your skin's surface. So, how does this oil fix this issue? Well, the active compounds in the oil play an important role in repairing and strengthening the walls of veins, which helps to reduce the size of enlarged veins and improve overall vascular health. You see, by improving blood circulation and reducing the pressure on the veins, aescin helps shrink the enlarged veins and alleviate symptoms like pain, swelling, and heaviness in the legs. One of the main reasons this oil is loved is that it does not just relieve the symptoms, but also addresses the root cause of the disease. On the other hand, symptomatic treatments like compression stockings or sclerotherapy may provide temporary relief, but are not a permanent solution. Plus, synthetic treatments like laser therapy or surgical options do give quick and targeted results, but they don't do anything to prevent future issues. These procedures collapse or remove damaged veins rather than repairing the underlying weakness in venous walls, something that a simple oil excels at. Number 4. The secret to reducing swelling and fluid retention. Thanks to its anti-inflammatory and anti-edema properties, this oil is good for varicose veins, swelling, and fluid retention. It offers a quick fix for those suffering from chronic venous insufficiency and related issues. You see, aescin reduces capillary permeability and prevents the fluid from leaking into the surrounding tissues, which stops the swelling. Plus, it also promotes venous tone and microcirculation. A 2020 study published in Phytotherapy Research further supports these effects. According to the study, the patients who used this extract showed a significant reduction in leg circumference and discomfort. In the two groups, the patients who used the extract showed rapid relief compared to those who received the placebo. This research supports the traditional use of this oil as a remedy for swollen legs. It is cheap and natural, and it is also not invasive, which is a characteristic of surgical alternatives. Number 5. A natural solution to poor circulation. Natural remedies are preferred over synthetic remedies by most herbalists because the healing compounds are given to you in their raw forms. That's why they will tell you to use this oil if you have poor circulation, particularly in the lower limbs, where poor blood flow often leads to heaviness, fatigue, and discomfort. You see, poor circulation can cause some serious complications if they are not treated in time. Whether it's because of age or some other cause, if your circulation hits below the optimal level, it can even be fatal. One of these complications is the formation of blood clots. These blood clots can impair the blood flow through your body that it needs for nutrition, detoxification, and oxygen. Moreover, if these clots are not caught in time, they might even block whole vessels, which can lead to heart attack fatality.
In fact, a study published in the Cochrane Database of Systemic Reviews in 2016 concluded that horse chestnut extract significantly improved leg swelling and symptoms in individuals with chronic venous insufficiency. That can make a big difference. Check out horse chestnut. That's one that I have some experience with. Seems to be great results as well.
Another reason why it is preferred over synthetic medications is because it's safer than those drugs as well. Additionally, it doesn't require any long-term dependency either, and offers a holistic and sustainable approach to improving circulatory health. This has been established by multiple scientific reviews as well, which shows how efficient and safe it is. So, by taking care of the structural weaknesses in veins and reducing inflammation, it supports vascular health and reduces the risk of future circulatory complications that come with the use of pharmaceutical interventions. Number 6. Unexpected uses, hemorrhoid relief. Speaking of blood, one of the earliest uses of this oil was, surprisingly, to treat hemorrhoids. Now, hemorrhoids are swollen veins in the lower part of the rectum, or around the anus, which can develop when there's too much pressure in the area, often due to straining during bowel movements, sitting for long periods, or pregnancy. For a lucky few, they can be painless, but most of the patients suffer from severe symptoms that include pain, irritation, and sometimes bleeding. This oil can work wonders for these patients. Horse chestnut seed extract's anti-inflammatory properties may help relieve symptoms of hemorrhoids by reducing inflammation and swelling in the affected veins. According to a study published in the Turkish Journal of Colorectal Disease in 2018, out of 80 patients, those treated with 40 milligrams of aescin 3 times daily showed a significant improvement in hemorrhoid symptoms. Specifically, bleeding was reduced by 94% after 2 weeks of treatment. 81% of patients experienced a marked decrease in symptoms within 6 days, and the positives don't end there. Compared to over-the-counter creams and surgical options, horse chestnut oil offers a safer, more cost-effective, and non-invasive alternative with minimal side effects. Your body will tolerate it with more ease if you use it for the short term. Plus, it's much cheaper than the surgical procedures that will cost you a fortune. Number 7. Skin and capillary health benefits. Did you know that the first ever recorded use of this oil in the West was in the 1700s? It minimizes the appearance of dark spots and redness while soothing the skin, making it great for use around the eyes. It is also super high in antioxidants, which promote radical skin health and prevent premature aging. Let's examine these benefits in more detail. This oil is a master at evening out your skin and minimizing the appearance of redness and darkness. It works by stimulating microcirculation and toning the blood vessels just under the skin. This helps to prevent the stagnation and accumulation of blood cells in any one particular area. When skin becomes aggravated or irritated, it can experience periods of inflammation. This extract can function as an anti-inflammatory and skin soother due to its ability to restrict blood flow. Moreover, it is extremely rich in antioxidants. It contains the polyphenol proanthocyanidin, a compound often found in red and blue food plants that have been known to neutralize the oxidative effects of free radicals and prevent life-threatening diseases. If you apply it to the skin, it can act as a barrier, saving your skin from environmental stressors that wear away your natural skin barrier and contribute to things like premature aging, allergies, and irritation. Plus, it can act as a sunblock too. Lastly, if you use it for your skin, it can also inhibit an enzyme that breaks down hyaluronic acid in the skin. This compound is a powerful humectant that naturally keeps your skin hydrated. Through all of these means, it keeps your skin looking fresh and vitalized so you can look younger. Number 8. Why was horse chestnut oil nearly banned? Now, despite its multiple benefits, this oil was almost banned. And if you are wondering why, the fingers are pointing toward the big pharma companies.
So I got this comment and I thought it was interesting. It says, is there anyone left on earth that believes one word that pharmaceutical companies say? Maybe if they were born yesterday. So what do you think? Do you believe what pharmaceutical companies say?
You see, these companies thrive off diseases because then people buy their medicines. So when they saw that this simple, cheap, and natural remedy was taking care of diseases for so much less than they are charging, they felt threatened. This isn't new. These companies have been doing it for ages, blocking or restricting natural remedies in the name of regulation because they can't patent a naturally occurring product for themselves. These natural products often face severe regulatory scrutiny to ensure their safety. In the US, the FDA classifies herbal supplements as foods rather than medicines. Because of this, they are excluded from being tested properly and receiving approval, which is required for pharmaceutical drugs. This classification can lead to challenges in standardization, quality control, and consumer trust. Moreover, the lack of mandatory pre-marketing approval means that the safety and efficacy of these supplements may not be well established, leading to potential overregulation or market withdrawal in certain regions. Without mandatory pre-market approval, there's less certainty about the safety and efficacy of these products. Pharma companies exploit this regulatory loophole to justify over-regulation or even removal of such products from certain markets.
And those medications seem to help a little bit more than the horse chestnut that's available here.
And I think rather than horse chestnut seed extract, which can help, for our patients, the things that we recommend pretty uniformly are compression stockings and exercise.
Number 9. Its popularity in Europe versus limited use elsewhere. Today, this extract is widely recognized in European countries as a go-to remedy for vein health. A huge credit for that goes to the European Medicines Agency, EMA, which requires that herbal medicines intended for minor health issues be registered as traditional use products. This registration process ensures that herbal remedies meet safety standards and demonstrate traditional use, but it doesn't always require the expensive and time-consuming clinical trials demanded for synthetic pharmaceutical drugs. Additionally, the EMA has officially acknowledged horse chestnut extract's use for chronic venous insufficiency, CVI. According to their assessment, oral preparations of horse chestnut seed extract can be consumed to alleviate symptoms of CVI, including swelling, leg pain, and a feeling of heaviness. On the other hand, the FDA in the US serves as a significant roadblock for natural remedies, like horse chestnut oil. The FDA classifies these herbal supplements as dietary products rather than medicines, meaning they don't undergo the rigorous clinical testing required for pharmaceuticals. This regulatory stance limits public awareness and trust in these remedies. Furthermore, the preference for conventional drugs and treatments in the US overshadows natural solutions. Many healthcare providers are unaware of the benefits of remedies like horse chestnut oil, leaving consumers with fewer options for holistic care. This difference in regulatory frameworks highlights the contrast between Europe's embrace of traditional medicine and the United States' barriers to such natural solutions.
At the same time, these fake boogeyman, what they do is they keep us distracted with creative narratives about Ansel Keys and conspiracy thinking, big bad boogeyman foods like gluten or white rice, or in this case, canola oil. But we lose sight of the fact that with diet nutrition, the focus is finding a whole food approach that works for you. Maybe that's a ketogenic diet, maybe that's a plant-based diet, maybe it's a Mediterranean diet. There are lots of different ways to optimal health, but these fake boogeymen, they're just distractions.
Number 10. Myths and misconceptions about horse chestnut oil. Speaking of a lack of awareness, there are also quite a few myths and misconceptions about horse chestnut oil. Let's address these concerns so we can better understand them. Horse chestnut oil is unsafe for use. While it's true that raw horse chestnut seeds contain a toxic compound called aescin, properly processed horse chestnut extracts are free of this toxin and safe for consumption or topical use. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, NCCIH, states that horse chestnut extracts are generally well tolerated. However, minor side effects such as dizziness, nausea, or stomach upset may occur in some individuals. It isn't as effective as contemporary medicine. This misconception has been disproven by multiple studies over the years.
Horse chestnut seeds, or conkers, have a long history of use for treating the symptoms of varicose veins. They act as an astringent to tighten and tone veins, and they also act as an anti-inflammatory. They can improve blood flow back to the heart. They can improve tissue swelling and also reduce leakiness of capillaries.
Scientific evidence shows that horse chestnut oil's active compound, aescin, provides therapeutic benefits comparable to pharmaceutical treatments for conditions like chronic venous insufficiency, CVI, swelling, and varicose veins. It interacts poorly with medications. While horse chestnut oil is generally safe, caution is necessary when using it alongside certain medications. For example, if you are taking blood thinners like warfarin or heparin, combining them with horse chestnut oil may increase the risk of bleeding due to its effects on circulation. Consulting a healthcare professional before use is always recommended. Number 11. How to use horse chestnut oil safely and effectively. Now, obviously, there are going to be side effects that come with it if you are consuming it in large amounts. These side effects can include milder effects like dizziness, headaches, stomach upset, and itching, to more serious signs of aescin poisoning, such as muscle twitching, weakness, vomiting, diarrhea, depression, or even paralysis. This is why it's really important to consult a healthcare professional before you decide to make it a part of your routine. And if you've received a green signal from them, here's how you use it. Topical application. The most common method is to apply the oil directly to problem areas. Gently massage the oil into the skin, focusing on affected regions like varicose veins or swollen legs. This provides rapid, targeted relief. For best results, do this once or twice daily. Dilution with carrier oils. To minimize the risk of irritation, mix horse chestnut oil with a carrier oil like coconut or olive oil. The recommended ratio is 1-2 drops of horse chestnut oil per teaspoon of carrier oil. This way, you benefit from both the carrier oil and the horse chestnut extract. Bath. Additive. Add a few drops of the oil to warm bath water and soak for 15-20 minutes. This method allows the oil to be absorbed through the skin while providing a soothing experience. By following these steps and using the oil correctly, you can safely enjoy its benefits for circulation, vein health, and overall wellness. Horse chestnut oil has proven itself to be a game changer in natural medicine, offering relief and renewal for those suffering from poor circulation, varicose veins, and related conditions. Its long history, backed by scientific research and countless success stories, highlights its value as a safe, effective remedy. What are your thoughts on this powerful natural solution? Have you tried it, or do you have questions? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more health revelations like this one.